It is only possible to listen to a story told around a campfire with marshmallows. On the other hand, these gummy delicacies are not contemporary treats. Instead, they have a shockingly old history that dates back to ancient Egypt. When we talk about roasting sticks and graham crackers, we may be talking about thousands of years ago. Marshmallows are one of the oldest sweets in the world, regardless of whether you think of them as a futuristic space meal. In the beginning, they were a mixture that was created using wheat, starch, and sap. The question is, how did this straightforward recipe end up producing the fluffy candy that we adore? In today's video, let's find out the answer. Before anything else, it is necessary to collect all of the essential components. Corn syrup, cornstarch, and water are the three primary components that make marshmallows in today's culinary world. Forget about the plant-based marshmallows that were popular in the past. The squishy treat revolves around them as its foundation. Depending on the recipe, there may be any number of additional components that are added to the mixture. It is possible to add something further to the texture by using egg whites or wheat flour. In the following step, we will discuss the flavor enhancers, colors, and tastings, which are all designed to keep things interesting. These ensure that the marshmallows have an incredible appearance and flavor. Last but not least, the covert weapon is gelatin. The marshmallow's characteristic bounce is due to the presence of this component. Gummy bears are made of the same substance that causes them to wiggle. Even though the gelatin is derived from animal bones, you shouldn't be concerned about it because manufacturing marshmallows is entirely delicious. The time has come to combine all the components now that they have been acquired. The act of mixing may appear to be tedious. Nonetheless, even a slight error can cause your marshmallows to turn out unusually. Because of this, manufacturing facilities take this step with extreme caution. To achieve the desired results, it can regulate the temperature, the pace, and the moisture. All of this takes place in two portions. To begin, give the primary ingredients, which include corn syrup, cornstarch, and any wheat flour or egg whites, a thorough mix for a few minutes. After they have reached the consistency of a thick paste, a certain quantity of water must be added. Following that is the heat. The mixture is then heated to 240 degrees Fahrenheit while being stirred together. This ensures that everything is cooked thoroughly. Following the transformation of the individual components, a marshmallow batter that is consistent and smooth is produced. However, when it comes to marshmallows, precision is of the utmost importance. Even the most minor lumps can spoil the smoothness. It is necessary to pass the mixture through an extremely fine sieve to capture any lumps that may have escaped. This guarantees that the base will be smooth for the subsequent stage, which is to whip the marshmallows. We have not included exciting components like color, flavor, and gelatin. Following the formation of a uniform and smooth paste, those are added to the mixture. It is during the whipping process that the magic takes place. Said, if you've ever made whipped cream, you'll understand what happens in this situation. In contrast to calm and gentle mixing, the mixture is subjected to a whirlwind of rapid mixing. In the same way you would fluff up whipped cream, this injects a significant amount of air because marshmallows are so light that air is the fourth element that goes into making them. Meringue, angel food cake, and even scrambled eggs all use the same technique to achieve the desired results. On the other hand, this whipping step comprises more than just air. In the process of the mixture being pounded by industrial mixers, the gelatin becomes active. The effect is similar to glue as it bonds things together. At the same time, it can retain all of the air that was just introduced, so laying the groundwork for that lovely marshmallow fluff. Do you remember the liquid that was running when you first saw it? Gelatin causes it to turn into a sweet that is chewy and structured. After the mixture has become more airy and more extensive, either doubling or tripling in size, it is complete and ready to proceed to the subsequent phase. Before the 1950s, they were making marshmallows required a tremendous amount of work. The skin of each one took longer to form, and the texture of the finished product was chewy than fluffy. Then the extruding machine arrived, a revolutionary development for marshmallows. While operating at a high pressure, these machines were able to pump in tons of air, which resulted in a texture that was light and airy. In addition, they did away with the egg whites, which resulted in a less time-consuming method and lighter marshmallows than ever before. Immediately after the mixture has been whipped and allowed to cool gently to retain its flexibility, it is loaded onto a conveyor belt that will transport it through the subsequent phases. Several shapers then combine the material into a flat, single, long sheet. To visualize it, picture a massive piece of marshmallow. During its journey through a heat exchanger, this marshmallow slab is subjected to the forceful bombardment of chilly air. This not only helps it to set and maintain its shape, but it also makes it even more fluffy. Immediately before the slab reaches its final temperature, it is forced through a mold. Because of this, it is transformed into long tubes of marshmallow. Twisting or combining these tubes allows for the creating of a variety of unique shapes and candies with two distinct flavors. In the following step, they are pushed through an extruder. Cutting them into recognizable cylindrical forms takes only a fraction of a second using a sharp slicer. Because there are so many marshmallows being produced at the same time, you cannot allow them to cling together. After that, a mixture of sugar and cornstarch is applied to them. This blend even manages to give them a texture that is similar to that of candy. We are getting close to the finish line, but there is still some heat about us. This gets us to the very last stage of the cooking procedure, which is to put them through a complete cooling process. Following the completion of their shaping, the marshmallow pillows are deposited into a massive drum. They are quickly rotated around by the drum, which ultimately assists them in reaching room temperature. Additionally, this cool down has another purpose, which is to remove any excess sugar cornstarch dust and distribute it uniformly across all of the marshmallows. After they have had a chance to cool off, they take their place on another conveyor line. Therefore, there is one thing that we are aware of at this point. Although it may appear to be an easy task, you should keep this notion from fooling you. Disruption can result from even minute adjustments to materials or the mixing process. Neither sticky messes nor rock-hard candies are desirable for anyone. Because of this, each batch is put through several tests before it is released to the public distribution system. There is one of them that is known as the snap test. A worker presses a marshmallow after inverting it and cutting it in half. A bounce back is what they are aiming for. How long does it take to get back into shape after being out of shape? This straightforward test will inform them whether or not it has the ideal texture of marshmallows. Every confection must demonstrate that it is prepared to be distributed worldwide. In contrast to marshmallows that are manufactured in a factory, homemade marshmallows have the potential to go wrong if they are not consumed quickly enough. After that comes the portion where precision is involved. A digital scale is used to weigh out a predetermined quantity of marshmallows properly. By doing so, we ensure that each bag receives the appropriate amount. The bag is then filled with nitrogen gas using a pump. Because of this, any oxygen that may have been present in the marshmallows is expelled. A pair of heated rods rapidly seal the bag shut after it has been inflated with nitrogen. After that, a printer adds a unique number and a date that indicates when the bag should be used before it expires. These marshmallow bundles are now prepared to be distributed to customers. All of them are gathered together on a revolving platform, and then they are sent off to their ultimate destination, which is cardboard boxes. After being packaged, sealed, and sent to businesses in your area, these boxes are prepared to be changed into gooey s'mores or can be eaten on their own. These unassuming marshmallows perched on top of most sweets and pastries, from the most fundamental components to the most delectable confections. Producing marshmallows mixes age-old amusement with contemporary machinery. Therefore, the next time you put a marshmallow in your mouth, remember the fascinating and long-standing history of marshmallows. So this is the end of today's video. If you'd like it, kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below, and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exciting and informative videos.